Thank you so much, Dee. And thank you all for letting me come and be with you today and share with you. It's my pleasure. Let me get my talk pulled up here. Went to sleep on it. So, Thawing a Frozen Soul, a tiny tool to create big change. With a daily word topic of letting go and a talk called Thawing the Frozen Soul, you might be able to guess the song that I'm about to sing. But before I sing this quintessential anthem of letting go, I want to share with you some tidbits of fun trivia from the movie Frozen. Did you know it was the first Disney movie co-produced by a woman? Go, Jennifer Lee. Yes, I heard that shout out. And that Elsa's actually a revolutionary princess. She wasn't looking for a man to save her. And the villain was actually, the prince was actually the villain in the story. The movie broke box office records in 2013 for the highest number of sales in an animated feature film, and it was only surpassed in 2019 by the sequel. Well, in addition to all those just interesting to me trivia, and I hope interesting to you, the first time when the movie came out, I really missed that there's so much hidden spiritual depths in that movie. There's really a deep message. There's a wonderful YouTube video called Frozen, What Are We Letting Go Of? And it highlights all these nuggets and many more if you want to do a little further deep dive. So before I sing Let It Go, I want to ask you 3 questions, and I would invite you to listen to this song as if you've never heard it before. I know some of you, if you're grandmothers, you've probably heard it a few thousand times, but our reading stated that letting go and letting God means embracing our spiritual nature and trusting we will find the support we need. If you recall, Elsa had a superpower. Remember, she could conjure ice and make crystals and snowmen and everything. But she was so afraid of it that left her life frozen by her fear. Do you have a superpower in your life or something in your life that you don't understand that keeps you frozen? Second question. Elsa was also trapped in the expectations of others. That's not stifling at all, is it? Have you ever felt like you had to live up to a certain identity? With the holidays coming, you got to go home and put on a certain face and be a certain person. And the third thing, her past, her fear of what happened. Remember, she had conjured up Olaf the snowman, and she was out skating with her sister, the redhead. Elsa was the blonde, and Elsa saw her sister about to fall, and she goes to throw a crystal, and instead it pierces her and causes her to go in the ice and nearly die. Well, now she's terrified that she might do something terrible again with this power that she had no intention of. Can you relate? Have you done something with a pure intention? It didn't go as planned, and the fear of it happening again keeps you frozen from moving forward. Elsa didn't have the grace and the space to forgive herself. So as I sing this song, I invite you to journey with me. You're your own little Elsa, your own inner god or goddess. And I want you to think about your own issues surrounding authenticity, expectation, and fear.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, and don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. But now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around, and one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past isn't the past. Let it go, let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you journeyed with me and felt the journey that she took. She embraced herself during that song and she said, "This is my truth, my authenticity, to show up as myself." And when she did that, she was practicing self-love. So how do we do it? But before we look at the tiny tool, let's address what is a frozen soul. If we've got one, how do we get there, and how do we unthaw it? First of all, the fire in our life can be dampened by an emotional tragedy or trauma. We all know that. Perhaps it's a gradual dimming of the flame that no one even notices because we're continuing to go through the daily rhythm of life. This can happen just like Elsa when we don't stand in our truth. I was once that person. I will never forget, many years ago, I was in Italy on a bus with a friend singing and doing things, and she looked at me and she said, "Are you ever going to heal?" You know, being the good buddy friend, co-author of the book later down the road. And yes, I'm so glad to say that I did heal, and what helped me begin to heal was embracing my own authenticity. Perhaps Olaf, the cute little snowman in the movie, says it best: "An act of true love thaws a frozen soul." An act of true love thaws a frozen soul. Remember when Anna went to visit the wise trolls and they told her, "It's too bad Elsa didn't freeze your head instead of your heart." Now, what does that mean? We all know it's much easier to change the things that we think, but what gets embedded in our heart is hard to change. So I love this quote. Listen to this. This is great. I didn't write it. I love to take credit, but it's not mine. "Fear is a wet blanket that smothers the fiery passion God deposited in your heart when He formed you. Fear freezes us into inaction. Frozen ideas, frozen souls, frozen bodies can't move, can't dream, can't risk, can't love, and can't live. Fear chains us." Stacey Eldridge, Becoming Myself. Well, we don't need anything quite as dramatic as Anna and Elsa, but there is one tool for releasing our fear, creating trust, and finding self-love. And drum roll, it's mirror work. Yeah, where's my drummer? It's mirror work. How many of you have ever practiced mirror work? Let me see if okay, a few hands go up. How many of you thought, I'm not getting anywhere near that mirror to do mirror work? All right, good, a few more hands. Thank you for your honesty. And then if you're a seasoned and you don't want to brag about it, I appreciate that too. So all of you, I want to address what it is, why it is, some amazing things that can happen, and maybe encourage you to walk in front of that mirror and try it again. So it was first popularized by Louise Hay, but it's actually been around long before by mystics like Neville Goddard, Ernest Holmes, and current motivational speaker Lisa Nichols is a big proponent of the practice. But nowadays, it's not even just in the woo-woo circles. Therapeutic circles call it ME, or mirror exposure, a little fancier term, but it's the same thing. And it's used in various treatment plans. It's now talked about in Psychology Today, National Institutes of Health, Center of Excellence, Holistic Medical Healing. Scientific evidence, another drum roll, proves that the way we talk to ourselves matters. Imagine that. As Proverbs 23:7 states, as a man thinketh, so he is. But here's one of the most dramatic transformation stories of someone who did mirror work. Has Greg Tamblyn ever come to your, I'm sure, if yeah, Empower Music, everybody knows who he is. Well, he wrote a song about Evie McDonald because he was so impressed by her. You're nodding your head, you know it, a song called Unconditional Love. And so Evie McDonald had been given 6 to 12 months to live. She had ALS. And she said, there's one thing I want to accomplish before I die. I want to know what is unconditional love. It's the only thing. She wasn't setting out to have a miraculous healing or cure herself. She just thought, before I check out, I want to know what unconditional love is. She wrote a letter to Dr. Bernie Segal, and she said, death seemed inevitable, and a part of me was truly looking forward to ending this life. Yet I had unfinished business, a strong compulsion to discover what unconditional love was before I died. That was my goal, not physical healing. So she began by sitting in front of her mirror, 6 months from death. The first step, she states, was simply noticing just how many negative thoughts she had. She decided to single out one thought, no matter how small, and love herself. She said she looked like a bowl of Jell-O sitting in front of the wheelchair. She even, TMI, but she even sat there naked and embraced herself with that much love and acceptance. I accepted my body. It didn't need to be any different. It could be whatever it was, and whatever it was that was to be. My illness was a challenge and a gift. I was stimulated to examine my deepest thoughts, desires, and beliefs. The journey of self-discovery restructured my life and led me into a powerful experience of the mind-body connection. Here's her next letter to Bernie Segal. My physical body stopped deteriorating and began reversing the havoc wreaked by ALS. Physical healing did not occur because I set out to cure myself, but because my job on earth to discover unconditional love was complete. Since then, I joyously awake each day, filled with enthusiasm, and continue to play my role in the transformation of the medical practice. That was over 35 years ago. She was a nurse at the time, went on and became an ordained minister, and helped many other people with ALS, and has just become such a positive example of the practice. So let's talk a little bit about the psychology and the science behind mirror work. When we gaze into our own reflection, multiple brain regions activate simultaneously, particularly those responsible for self-recognition, emotional processing, and memory formation. Get this, I think this is fascinating. Meeting our own gaze triggers a unique response, one that differs significantly from looking at another person's face. Our brains release specific neurotransmitters, including oxytocin, serotonin, and creating powerful emotional connections with ourselves. What makes mirror work exceptionally potent is neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to form new neural pathways. Each time we practice intentional self-observation combined with positive affirmations, we strengthen neural pathways associated with self-acceptance and love. It's similar to building muscle memory, but instead we're building emotional memory. So here's the results. Hopefully you're getting a little interested. Okay, maybe I'll try it, besides the dramatic story. But the average Joe, for all of us, people who regularly engage in mirror work show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, an area responsible for emotional regulation and self-awareness. During these moments of deep self-connection, brain scans reveal patterns similar to those observed during meditation or deep states of mindfulness. And I could go on, but I don't want to put you to sleep. Just trust me, there's a bunch of science that backs this up. But what's truly remarkable about mirror work is its simplicity, despite its profound neurological impact. No special equipment needed, just intention, practice, and commitment. So, if it's all that good in a bag of chips, why is everybody not running around and going, hey, gorgeous, looking in the mirror? Well, there's this other little thing called, are you ready? Mirror avoidance, which is the exact opposite of what we want. Because think about it. What do you do when you look in the mirror? You don't have to say it out loud. Probably the first things that come to your mind are not positive affirmations. Thank you for the honesty. Thank you for the head nods. I know you're not asleep. Thank you very much. So the challenge is, but if you've ever really stopped and observed your thoughts in front of the mirror, if you were your best friend, you'd fire yourself. So it triggers deep-seated emotional responses far beyond mere vanity or physical appearance concerns. Looking deeply into one's own eyes requires confronting raw, unfiltered emotions, something our protective mechanisms don't want us to do. It stems from ingrained patterns of self-judgment and criticism accumulated over years. When standing before a mirror, inner dialogues intensify. Negative self-talk becomes louder, more persistent. So I'm not talking you into it at this point. I know that. I'm just explaining the mirror avoidance, but this is not about looking at your body. It's about looking at your soul. So the mirror avoidance shields us from our vulnerability, making extended eye contact is threatening, all those things. But what if we can reframe it? That's the challenges. I wanted to be honest, to tell you they're really, really good and they're really not so good. But hopefully I've given you enough nuggets to maybe embrace the possibility before. So here's a quick, simple 8-step guide. First of all, you've got to find a comfortable place. I would not recommend doing this at your office cubicle. They might haul you off. They might laugh. And I also encourage you to start right where you are. Maybe you can't say a positive affirmation. Maybe you can just say, I'm here for you. And acknowledge yourself being there for yourself. One of the things I skipped over when I was getting past the science was to say, and this is what really helped me a lot. Some of us, I might even, yes, me, look for outside validation. It's learning to validate yourself. So find a comfortable place. Establish eye contact. If it feels intense or uncomfortable, maybe you can just hug yourself. Maybe you can start with where you are. Ciao, Bella. I say ciao because I love to speak in Italian. Speak your affirmations. Start with phrases that are truly authentic. Now, for the 0.5% of the people in the room that do practice mirror work and you were too embarrassed to say, yeah, I'm great at it, here's the advanced practitioners. Lisa Nichols gives this 3-step protocol. So you look in the mirror after you just stop getting that finally hair out of your face. See, I needed to look in the mirror. And you say, Toni, I'm so proud of you for showing up at Unity of Springfield today, even if you're a little nervous. And Toni, I commit to you that I forgive you for whatever mistakes you make. And I commit to you that I will keep moving forward. And you give an example of 3 things, and just saying it to yourself, not for anybody else. Be present and mindful. Experiment with different affirmations. Il pensiero del cuore, the thoughts of the heart, Louise Hay. It's a beautiful Italian set, but it's in English too. But they're really lovely, and both in English and Italian. Practice regularly, reflect and adjust. Be patient and kind to yourself. So this is not stated in any book or any protocol or self-help, but just imagine, what if you had a cute little mirror that said, self-love is your superpower? Or how about, I am already enough? And you chose a sticker like that said, self-love club. I can't see them. Love yourself. Just there's a ton of stickers in here that are all positive, loving affirmations. And I've got a bunch of mirrors back there. So if that resonates with you, take a mirror, take a sticker and put on a mirror that you have, and determine to set aside a time that you will just look in the mirror and begin to love yourself. Because we can't really truly love others until we learn to love ourselves. So I'd like to share a song that I wrote that's about my own journey, and I hope that it speaks to you. There's a video that a friend of mine made, and the video was in the Empower Finals because he did such a beautiful job of showing different people, all shapes and sizes, looking in the mirror and accepting themselves, and you can find it on Toni Crowder. But it's called I Love You, a love song to yourself.
All my life I was longing for someone to see me as divine. Looked, I could finally see it's always been inside of me. I am the one who has the choice to look in the mirror and say with my own voice, I love you and I'm here to stay. I love you in every way. I look in the mirror and I say to myself, I love you. It's not always easy to do. Sometimes I forget. But when I stop and talk to myself, I can see my soul. I can love myself. I'm the one who has the choice to look in the mirror and say with my own voice, I love you and I'm here to stay. I love you in every way. I look in the mirror and I say to myself, I love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd love to start a mirror revolution. So make yourself at home to the mirrors and the books. And so I'm tipping into scary water, but I'm going to let that go. So I was in Roanoke recently and went for a walk, and this song came to me. And yesterday I was driving here, and I went, meditation. I forgot. I'm supposed to do the meditation. But you haven't practiced. You should do your old song, your new song. So I'm going to do something new because it does happen to fit with this. So God help me as I exhibit taking a risk. So the lyrics are, in this quiet moment. So I invite you to get comfortable. Maybe feet on the floor. If you're comfortable, just meditate for a moment, close out and turn the service back over. In this quiet moment, this quiet place, I see your face. Maybe it's your own spiritual face that you've never seen deep in your soul, not your physical body that you're judging. Maybe it's the Christ consciousness, a guru, an ancestor. But I invite you to go within and see whose face you see. In this quiet moment, in this quiet place, in this quiet moment, I see your face. In this quiet moment, in this quiet place, in this quiet moment, I see your this quiet moment, in this quiet place, in this quiet moment, I see your face. God bless you. May you see your divine face.